Congratulations on listening to this CD, Turning Relationships into Results. You have taken a positive step towards mastering your relationships so that they deliver results. I am thrilled to be sharing ideas with you that can help you build better relationships in your business. So why should you listen to me? A good question. So let me answer it for you. For nearly 10 years from 1998, I was involved in the development of the world's largest referral organisation, BNI, in Australia. And during the years 2001 to 2007, as master franchisee, I guided BNI from 780 members to nearly 3,400, a phenomenal increase. Before that, I earned my living as a professional speaker and trainer for 10 years in 5 different countries, and was the first Western speaker last century to enter the closed Russian city of Vladivostok in 1990. And before that, I worked in a sales and marketing role in both the manufacturing and building industries, 2 of the toughest industries in the world. During all those times, I learnt the value of relationships. In fact, when I sold the BNI business, I was aware that I had learnt so many lessons, translate here, made many mistakes, that I now qualified to run the business. And in many ways, that is your seal of quality when listening to these ideas. Many of them come from the learning I have accumulated by simply being prepared to make mistakes. And if you think about it, that's the best way for all of us to learn, from our mistakes. The last 10 years in the world's largest referral organisation have served to reinforce the value of relationships and their importance in all aspects of business. Indeed, it was a relationship that began in 1983 in San Diego, California, that led to me being involved in BNI some 15 years later. So I know about mastering relationships, particularly long-term relationships. So, what do I mean by mastering relationships? The dictionary defines mastery as being in control, and relationships are defined as connections. So we have a definition here that essentially means being in control of the connections that we make. Not being a qualified psychologist or marriage guidance counsellor, I will exclude one-on-one personal relationships from this CD. However, what I really want to share with you are ideas on mastering relationships that can give you positive results in your business. So here are ideas that have worked for me. The emphasis here is on the word work. No matter how many ideas I share with you, unless you put them to work, there will be no results. So let's look at number 1. Establish trust. This is a given in any type of relationship. Without trust, there is no relationship, at least not one that is going to return profitable things to you. So, what is trust? The Changing Minds organisation describes trust as both an emotional and a logical act. Emotionally, it is where you expose your vulnerabilities to people, believing they will not take advantage of you. Logically, it is where you have assessed the probabilities of gain and loss and concluded that the person in question will behave in a predictable manner. In practice, trust is a bit of both. I trust you because I have experienced your trustworthiness. So, how can we establish trust, and what does this mean to us in a business sense? Here are some things that you will need to do to establish trust. Firstly, to receive trust, the best thing you can do is give trust. By this I mean issue an ounce of trust by doing something that may put you at a small risk. Jeffrey Gitomer, a well-known speaker, tells a delightful story that demonstrates trust. It appears he was in the airport at Dallas, Texas, when he noticed a man that he had met once before getting irate with an ATM that had taken his card. He approached, asked if he could help, and ended up lending the man $100 so he could cover his expenses in getting home. 2 days later, he received a thank you note and the $100. Nothing unusual at this point, except that he lent $100 to someone he hardly knew. 2 months later, he received a call from the same man asking Jeffrey would he like to tender for a project. That resulted in an order for $750,000 to Jeffrey's company. Was there a risk here for Jeffrey? Of course. He could have lost $100. Was the risk worth taking? Most definitely. He extended trust and received it back. So what things can you do to demonstrate trust?